Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Tivon Brown, and this is Health Talk, sponsored by the Renal Society. Recently, we lost, a pillar in the community, a giant, I would say, Mr. Fitzroy Warner, one of our clients at the Renal Society. And, we'd formally like to extend condolences to the family, all friends out there in Nevis and outside of Nevis. I had the privilege of taking care of Mr. Warner and also attending certain functions with him, health-based functions. And he was truly an inspiration. Words can't put into what this man was and what he did for the community. And it's sad that it had to go this way. And I really wish things were different. I wish we were in an ideal world. But Mr. Warner, he was a testament. He used his time to preach and to warn and to get others to the cause that we need to take care of our health, especially men. And, when I think about Mr. Warner, I go back to the last event we were at together, which was the Father's Day Men's Health Fair at the Malcolm Gishard Park. And he had a strong testimonial to give, and I think that we could all benefit from hearing that testimonial today. So without further ado, some of the last words from the late great Fitzroy Warner.
18 years old, I was living in Angola, and I went to St. Thomas to go to flying school. Started flying, and then I had to do my medical to do my tests. When I did my medical, the doctor said to me that, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have high blood pressure and diabetes. That blew me as a young man. He gave me some tablets to take. It was a Friday afternoon. I went to hang out with my guys at a popular bar. And I was telling an older guy what had happened. He's a pilot. And he said to me, "Boy, don't take them tablets, them they're going to kill your cock." I listened to his advice and I threw them away. And there's where my medical problems start. I never took them again until I took sick a couple of years ago. In 2017, when I had to be flown to the United States to seek medical attention. When I reached to Washington, went to the hospital, the doctors say, "Your kidneys are gone." That is some news that none of you want to hear. He said, "Your kidneys are gone." He said to my then wife, "Take him home to his country and prepare him for my maker, because there's nothing we can do. He doesn't have insurance, so we can't touch him." That was very hard. I laid there and trying to figure out what I should do. Should I go back home and die, or should I fight? I decided I'm going to fight. And I was taken to another hospital by a local doctor from Nevis. And I want to say this, I was so weak didn't take me to surgery to put in my port. They just lie me down on the bed where I was, and they shoved a tube up in my groin. Live and direct. No deadening, nothing. And they started dialyzing me. I had 5 days of dialysis back to back. And then I, started to feel better and stuff like that. Spent some time in the States, and then I came back home. Dialysis is not easy. We as men don't take health serious. I spent the whole day calling all of my friends, which I have a lot, to be here today. And I haven't seen any. I wish they were here. But I'm going to continue taking the message to them. Because what I'm going through as a renal patient, I wouldn't want none of my friends to go through that. So I'm asking the men that are here, please, go to your doctor. There's a story. I saw a gentleman. I went to his establishment, and he said to me he wasn't feeling well. It was a Thursday. I said, make me a promise. You're going to go to the doctor tomorrow. He said, yes. The next day he ended up in the hospital. And 2 days after, he died. I am told that he was walking around with sugar as high as 500. A lot of men in Nevis that I know of are hypertensive and diabetic. But they're in denial. They don't want to deal with it. It is easy to take 2 tablets with a little water and be on your way, doing your daily chores, take some exercise, and you'll be all right. But if you do like me, you'll have to take 12 tablets a day. Yeah, 1, 2. Very expensive. And don't talk about the expense when it comes to health. It's very expensive. Most people can't afford it. So most people just die. Dialysis, well, it used to be $800 per day. We do 3 days a week. Now it has gone down to 4. But even at 4, most patients find it difficult to pay, because when you're on dialysis, you can't work. You can't work. Dialysis is 3 days a week, all day. They take the blood out of your body through some tubes in your hand, and put it in a machine, clean it, and bring it back. It's not easy, mentally, physically, and all of this could have been avoided if I had just listened to my doctor and take those 2 tablets at 18 years old. I just decided to pack it up with flying, so I killed my dreams there, because I always wanted to be a pilot and buy my own plane and fly the girls around. But it didn't happen. I I've seen a lot of doctors here. I've seen Dr. C. Haley. And it's not easy. It's a rough, rough road to travel. It's very expensive. Even government is finding the money to help citizens. And through education, these health issues can be avoided. I couldn't get my sugar under control. If Dr. Rollins is here, he can tell you. But now, I have it under control. I haven't taken medication for sugar since last year, November. And my numbers are good. And I don't think I need them again. And before I left, at one point, I was on insulin. But I'm not on medication now because I am so disciplined now with my health that I got everything under control except my kidneys, because they're gone. Yeah, and you know when reality really hit me, when I find that I couldn't pee. I haven't pee since January of last year. That might sound strange, but the doctors can explain that. I would have the urge to pee, but I can't pee. Not at all. All because my kidneys are gone and I'm on dialysis. But I don't worry about it. I accepted it and I move on, live my life. I can't drink any more than 1.5 liters of fluid between sessions. So, and with the place is so hot now, it's very difficult to control that because I don't pee. If I overload myself with fluid, it goes around my heart and in my lungs, pow, and I'm gone. Yeah, I'm only allowed 4 liters of fluid in my blood. So it's very difficult. And I'm encouraging all the men that is here, please, when you leave here, tomorrow morning, go and see a doctor. Read the board, as I would say, do some blood works. Know what's going on in your body. Once you know what's going on, you could deal with it. 2 little tablets, a little walk in the park, and you will be all right. For the women that's here, encourage the men to go and see the doctor tomorrow morning. A lot of people, I go to dialysis. More and more and more men coming. Younger and younger and younger. Kidneys are failing. And the doctors say, studies shown, pressure and diabetes are the 2 main causes of kidney failure. So I'm encouraging everyone, please, do it for me. Because everybody in here knew me when I was young, strong and healthy, make a lot of noise. I'm toned down now. It's not easy. Have a good afternoon.
A very powerful message, and it resonates with me, and it should resonate with everyone as well. Health is a really serious thing, and enough of us don't take it seriously. We heard what Fitzroy said about being diagnosed at 18 and being told by an older man to throw away the tablets and not take them because of impotence, which is a myth we've already debunked time and time again. But these things still play out in our communities, and they're just harmful to the overall health of the population. And as he said, men need to take their health more seriously, and we need to be more aware of the parameters and the symptoms and signs of renal failure and renal dysfunction. Enough of us aren't going to the doctors and getting checked. Every year we should be doing a regular checkup, but some of us neglect that. We put it off. We don't do the screenings that we should. And then years go by, and eventually we end up in a place where we don't want to be or we didn't expect to be. When in the start, we could have just done the screening, just did the checkup, take the recommendations, eat healthier, exercise healthier. If you need to be on medication, you take the medication and you monitor yourself. And it's as simple as he said. You take 2 tablets, swallow some water, and you go about your day. But instead of doing that, we push it aside and we try to forget about it. And even though the signs might not be there, it's still under the surface, and these things that come back to haunt us years later. As he said, you take 2 tablets or you go on dialysis, which is a very, very painful process. And I'm glad Mr. Warner took the time out to advocate for health and advocate for a better lifestyle for everyone. He saw the need for the advocacy, and he would not ever give up a chance to put himself forward to try and reach somebody. Even if it was one person that message would touch, and it's one person that he would get to go to see a doctor or get a checkup, it meant a lot. I wish he was still around, because that kind of advocacy we don't get often, and that kind of first person advocacy is even more rare. It's on us, it's on all of us to try and make better for ourselves and make better for our loved ones, our family members, our friends. He talked about reaching out to his friends to attend the fair, but he looked around, he didn't see much of his friends. Guys, we can't ignore these things, and we have to take advantage of all the advocacy going around, all the health screenings, all the health centers, the hospital. The government provides all these things, and not even just the government, we provide these things for ourselves. And they're there for a reason. They're there for us to take advantage of, for us to utilize and find out where we need to go with ourselves in terms of health. Renal disease, it's a tough one. The causes: hypertension, diabetes. The main cause is overuse of pain medication. These kind of things, we don't have to go through these end stage or these illnesses. We always have things to do. There's always ways to either stop it or ways to delay these detrimental defects. And I'll keep coming here every end of the Thursdays to say what I need to say, and hopefully every night I could reach at least one person to turn them towards a healthier lifestyle. People talk about medication all the time and not wanting to take medication, but medication isn't the only way to prolong these illnesses and these deficits. Healthy lifestyle, diet, exercise, stress reduction, these kind of things, they go a long way when it comes to renal health and overall health. And those are things we kind of stray away from in the focus. These days we're turning more towards the westernized way of thinking. Let's get ill and then we look for a quick fix. But there's no quick fix when it comes to your health. Health is something that you need to work on continuously and be diligent about. There's no tablet you could take that will make you 100% healthy. There's no magic potion, there's no bush, there's nothing. It's all hard work, dieting, exercise, regular checkups. These kind of things are what really pushes you to a healthier lifestyle, and you have to be consistent. You can't just say, okay, I'll go to the doctor today, get the checkup, and then that's it for the year, that's it for everything. I don't need to eat good. The results come back good. I don't need to eat healthy anymore. I can just do whatever I want for the rest of the year, and then eat good until I do my next checkup. These things, they play out, and they have a detrimental effect on everyone. And as Fitzroy said, we got to take things more seriously. There's countless audios we could find from Mr. Warner. There's countless pictures, countless videos from all the times he used to go around and speak and try to advocate for health. And there's other people in the community as well who advocate for health and a better living. But the point is, we need to do better. And here today, gone tomorrow. It's rough. It's rough. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with a few signs and symptoms of high blood pressure that, if you find these symptoms, find yourself in a doctor's office or at a health screening or at the health center to get yourself checked out. Things like long headache that you can't explain, feeling a ringing in your ears, your blurry vision, pain in your sides, things like that, you want to go and get yourself checked. Signs of diabetes that may send you to get yourself checked: also blurry vision, feeling sluggish, peeing more often, drinking more water than often. You might see a sore come up on your toe or your extremities. Infections, increase in infections. And if you have family history or any of these things, please get yourself checked out on a regular basis. So in conclusion, we miss Fitzroy. Condolences to the family and all the friends out there. We lost a great one in the community, but let's not let his message and his advocacy fall on deaf ears. Let's do better for our health. Let's get ourselves checked out, if not for yourself, for your family, for your ones you love. So good night, everyone. I'm Dr. Tivon Brown, and this has been Health Talk. Stay safe, stay healthy.
You were just listening to Health Talk, sponsored by the Nevis Renal Society in collaboration with Von Radio.